Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing something a little different today. So I'm doing the Disney villain book tag, and I'm inspired to do that tag. I was looking at makeup and ColourPop got me with this really cool misunderstood Disney villains eyeshadow palette. And while I was looking at the eyeshadow palette, I had wondered if they had also had the Evil Queen set, because I know around Christmas time they had the Snow White set, which I actually got for Christmas. And so, well, let's check this out. Let's see if they got some Queen Grimhilda stuff. Fun fact, that's actually her name, Queen Grimhilda. And they did. This is a really cool packaging for this as well. Normally I don't give a ooh, sorry, swearing. Just give me the colors for a decent price, and that's all I care about. If I'm paying extra for packaging, then I don't want it. But with this, if you open it up, we have the Super Shock highlighter, a lip gloss, and a lipstick. And in this palette here, if you open it up, that's like what the inside looks like. And when you open it up, we got all these fun colors. I can't tell which ones in the palette though is supposed to be for the Evil Queen. Like I see a few that's obviously Ursula, obviously Cruella, obviously Maleficent, and then I think one is supposed to be Jafar. Like I see Forest of Thorns here, and I can't tell if that's supposed to be a Maleficent color or an Evil Queen color. But I figured let's do the tag and then try out the makeup at the same time. So this tag was originally created by Chelsea Martin. I'll list her original video down below. I'm not wearing any foundation. I thought about doing a full face and then just doing the eyeshadow for this video, but that's required work. One that I wasn't interested in doing. So the first question is Maleficent, a book or book series in which there is an overwhelming sense of evil or doom. Well, I felt that way for Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Yes, there's this oversense of doom with the whole Voldemort aspect of it, but really, that particular book was just really overwhelming for me. I guess, well, I'm starting with tragic. This one in the upper right hand, or left hand. This upper one, over here. I kind of wish there was a mirror in this. Kind of disappointed that there isn't. It would make things so much easier if there was. Can I use my camera as a mirror? I'm probably going to do that, because having the mirror down low is not helping me. Like, I'm not necessarily thrilled with this pigmentation over here. Okay, now that I can actually see what I'm doing, yeah, this doesn't actually have a whole lot of pigment to it, but this is like one of those transition colors. And then I guess another book that had that overwhelming sense of doom is The Hunger Games, because that was a lot. Like having kids fight each other to the death, that was a lot. That was a pretty light shade. Do I want to go darker? Yeah, let's go darker. That was a really light shade, so ooh, that has a lot of kickback too. Man, why is there not a mirror in this? I swear. I think that's like my biggest qualm with this palette so far. There's just not a mirror on the inside. Okay, this definitely has more pigment to it. The other one was just a little on the lighter side, so if you like things subtle, you probably want to go for that. Like that's probably would be the transition shade that I would use normally. So I usually do my makeup pretty on the subtle side. And I know I'm doing the eyeshadow wrong. I'm not very good at eyeshadow, y'all. We're just hoping that I don't look like a child with finger paints at the end of all this. Alright, so the next question is The Evil Queen. A book or book series in which the villain tricks the hero. Like any fantasy novel, really, where the villain tricks the hero. No, I'm gonna go with a mystery novel. The Cuckoo's Calling by Robert Galbraith. The person who did the crime originally tricked Cormoran in the beginning of the book. So I'm just going to leave it at that because I don't want to spoil the book. You know what? We're going to use Sing. Ooh. Apparently with the glitter stuff, you want to do it with a lighter hand. This comes up easy. The next question, Cruella de Vil. A book or book series in which the villain brings about their own demise. Excuse me. Brings out their own demise. I mean, ooh, that is dark. Hubris is such a common theme in fantasy and sci-fi novels that's pretty much my go-to. I keep wanting to say Ursula from Part of Your World, that book I recently read for the owls. Because honestly, she probably would have been okay as a queen had she got what she wanted and then tried ruling with a fair and steady hand, or at least got what she wanted from Ariel and then just peaced out. I keep looking at this and not you guys, so sorry about that. But no, she had to stick around and, you know, put her nose where it didn't belong. Because she wanted to truly get the last laugh, even though she had technically won at that point. Alright, this next question. Ursula, Speak of the Devil, a book or book series that left you speechless. Alright, so I'm going to go with a Monster Calls by Patrick Ness, or Monsters Calling. I'm going this by the top of my head and I didn't do any research for these questions. But I think I'm going to use that as my answer because I wasn't expecting it to be so sad. Like I've said in previous videos, I like to read stuff without knowing truly what everything is about. So I'll actually just get like the barest of information from a book, whether or not I'm going to be interested in it, and then I'll read it without knowing anything else. For Monster Calls or Monsters Calling, I'm just going to stick it with a Monster Calls. For that book, I just assumed it was because a monster was in the title. So I saw the title and just assumed it was a scary book. So I picked that up for Halloween or for a Halloween read, and it wasn't a scary book. Yes, it was about a monster, but it was about personal demons, not about an actual monster. And so when I finally got into it and realized the book was more about personal demons than actual about real monsters, it really effed me up like a lot. I was reading it in a public space. I was at work. It really messed me up, y'all. Just distraught at work. We're gonna do our best to blend this out because like I said, I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to makeup. Alright, so that's what we got for eyes. Alright, we're gonna attempt to do some liquid eyeliner for this look. The next question is Captain Hook, a book or book series in which you just can't take the villain seriously. And for that it is Queen Levana from the Cinder series. I'm totally spacing on her name. I want to say it's Queen Levana. But I did not take her seriously in the slightest, which, bothered me, especially since she was supposed to be the evil queen. I love Snow White. That is my favorite princess, so anything Snow White related, I wanted to really support. Oh, I messed up, but we're gonna make it work. Like in the Cinder series, her issue was about her beauty, and yes, that is true in the fairy tale, but I felt like maybe, she could have had, other political beliefs too. I wanted her to be a little bit power hungry. Like that little novella, Ferris, that was really focused on her. That was a disappointment for me. We had a lot of fallout around my face, and this is where I would put on foundation if I actually cared, to really make myself look good, but we're just gonna move on from that. Okay, now I'm actually using the Shock palette or the highlighter palette just to start on my cheekbones a little bit. Okay, Jafar, a book or book series in which the villain almost wins. Oh, not all that impressed by this highlighter, unless the light's really showing it. I'm just not seeing it because how my face is angled. Man, I'm stumped on this question. So stumped on this question. I feel like saying Voldemort would be such a cop-out too. Put some along the brow bone line here. Keep getting distracted by makeup and by not actually these actual questions. You know what? I'm just gonna say Voldemort. It is such a cop-out answer too, because I feel like, oh, Harry Potter this, Harry Potter that, but this is what I got. When it's spoilers if you haven't read Harry Potter, but when it's revealed that Harry had to die in order for the rebellion to actually stand a chance, I was like, oh wow, so he has to die. When Voldemort is successful, or at least when he believes he is successful in killing Harry, you have that moment oh my god, this is Voldemort winning. Because the rebellion, they're going to lose their drive, their hope, and this whole rebellion thing is going to fall apart. So the next question, Hades, a book or book series in which you can't help but love the villain. Love the villain. I'm not necessarily really into loving the villain, at least not in book series. I tend to really like them if I see them on TV. I think I'm gonna have to go to Goodreads for this question. Oh, a book that I read recently, Hecate, which is book 2 in the Nightlights comic series, which is a series for kids. I actually really enjoyed this crow thing that was slowly taking over this garden world. I'm not entirely sure how what this crow's motive was, but it was just like inhaling and consuming everything, which is it was a very cool concept for a kid's novel or a kid's graphic novel. It was one of the few times where I didn't care what the motive was, but I was genuinely concerned about this villain. Scar, a book or book series with familial betrayal. You can put in any fantasy novel here because there's usually... Oh my god, I'm gonna have to... So I dropped this before I was filming and I snapped the lipstick. Awesome. So I'm gonna have to try to glue that together somehow. Wow. It's a beautiful color, but I effed up. Wow, I really effed up. Yeah, and it's just crumbling because I dropped it. It's a really nice shade too. It's a little much with the really glitter eyeshadow, but this is the lipstick I wanted to try out. Wow, I really effed up here. See? If you can't tell from my hands from like picking up the wax of the lipstick. For this question, I'm gonna talk about, trying to line my lips with this crusty edge. The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, where Edmund betrays his family for some sweets. Because I never understood why he would just like give up his family like that. But to be honest, like she tricks him. So he's not fully aware what he's doing, but he still totally effed things up for everybody when he betrayed everybody. I mean, it's a really great color and it's a matte. Yeah, it's a matte lipstick. So I really like how it doesn't feel all that drying on my face, but I can't believe I freaking broke it. I can't believe it broke after just falling. It didn't even fall far. It fell like a foot from like where I had it to the floor. And we're also going to try this like lip gloss. We're just going to put it over just to really see what it looks like. Very pigmented at least. Gaston, a book or book series in which the villain makes a fool of themselves. A villain where they make a fool of themselves. I actually didn't think Gaston is much of a fool. Like, he was scary. And the reason, like, oh, that smells nice. Oh, and that's going really nice too. Oh my god, this is gorgeous. This like lipstick and gloss combo. Yes. And of course I got it on my teeth too. I wanted to go for a Grimhilda look with the dark shadow and the bright lips, and I think I succeeded. I got it on my teeth. But we're just gonna ignore that. Like, he was definitely a misogynist, and he was scary because he seemed like such a real character, like people that I've unfortunately have interacted with, which makes him so scary. So I didn't think he was all that foolish. I'm having a tough time answering this question. I think I'm just gonna say, like, I guess the ghost from Strange the Dreamer. I didn't necessarily like this character as a villain. It seemed like it was the ghost of a very like religious zealot, and this like motive was to bring like world damnation because of sins and like the importance of repentance, and I felt like that was a lot. I felt like this ghost would have been far scarier if they were a live person. As a ghost, it just seemed that, I don't know, they just seemed more more caricature-like than an actual villain that I needed to be concerned about. And the last question, Hans, a book or book series with a villain you didn't see coming. Oh, I know how to answer this question. Mr. Willoughby from Pride and Prejudice. No, not Pride and Prejudice. Wow, mixing up my Jane Austen books. From Sense and Sensibility, Mr. Willoughby. Did not expect him to just betray my girl like that. I really thought that they were going to end like happily in love by the end of the book, and it was going to focus more on the other sister falling in love. But no, I was tricked. Alright, so this video took more time than anticipating, because like I said, your girl doesn't know what she's doing. But it came out pretty good. I was trying to, like I said, trying to go for a Grimhilda look. So yeah, we're just going to leave this. I guess I could have put some contour just to really, you know what, yeah, I'm going to do this. I was going to leave it. There we go. Just so we can get the effect of a full face just without some foundation. But yeah, I really like how this look came out. I'm really disappointed that I dropped that lipstick like I did, and now it's broken, and I'm going to have to figure out how to fix that. But answering these questions were a lot of fun. Playing with this makeup was a lot of fun. I got to actually play around with it and see what worked and what didn't. I also got the Disney Princess palette. I might do this again, but with that. Let me know down in the comments how you would answer some of these, and if you have any tips on how to fix that freaking lipstick, let me know down in the comments below. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I guess it's ta-ta for now. Bye guys.